this event, and also to give the information needed so that you can have a document that will help you discharge your media mission and also contribute to shedding light on this conference and on the Kingdom of Morocco in general. I'd like to give the floor to His Excellency Mr. Abd Samad Qayyouh, Minister of Transport and Logistics, to make his statement, and then there will be a statement by the Director of WHO Road Safety. Mr. Minister, you have the floor.
My friend, Mr. Etienne Krug, the Envoy Special of Secretary General of the World Health Organization,
distinguished representatives of the different Moroccan and international media outlets, distinguished participants, I'm very happy to be with you this morning as part of the preparations, continuing preparations for the organization of this fourth global ministerial conference on road safety, which is being held in Marrakesh under the high patronage of His Majesty King Mohammed VI. May God be with him. And at the beginning of this conference, I would like to thank all the national and international media outlets and digital outlets as well who are attend this conference and also who are online, to say how grateful I am for having accepted our invitation, the invitation of the Kingdom of Morocco, to cover the proceedings of this fourth Global Ministerial Conference on road safety, which is being held by the Ministry of Transport and Logistics in direct collaboration and cooperation with the World Health Organization here in Marrakesh under the high patronage of His Majesty King Mohammed VI. May God assist him, from 18 to 20th February 2025. I would like to remind you of the importance of this conference and the impact it has. This is the first time it is being held in an Arab and African country. And the organization or convening of this conference is part of the commitments of the Kingdom of Morocco and its continuing cooperation with the UN and international organizations, especially the World Health Organization and, of course, the United Nations system, and the different partners and stakeholders, international stakeholders, to improve road safety. The choice of Morocco to host this global conference attests to the commitment of the Kingdom of Morocco to make road safety a first priority at the national, regional, international levels. It is worth mentioning here is that there is a strong participation compared to previous meetings in Moscow, in Brasilia, and Stockholm. We have a participation of more than 100 transport ministers from different corners of the world, and 7 home affairs ministers, and the more than 1,700 participants, including 600 lecturers, high-level lecturers, and representatives of international organizations that are involved in road safety, in addition to the World Bank and the civil society organizations and academia. This conference is a platform for the sharing of experiences among these different practitioners, academics, and civil society activists who are interested in road safety, be it at university levels and also at the level of NGOs. And therefore, this makes what makes this event especially important is the high patronage granted by His Majesty the King. His Majesty has been taking a keen interest in this, and for the first time, the prize of the best project for road safety has been decided, and it will be given in the next World Conferences for road safety, as is the case with the World Water Conferences. And this encourages us to continue improving road safety, both direct and indirect measures. I would like also to remind you that this conference includes a number of parallel events, such as the International Festival, Film Festival on Road Safety, the Innovation platform and activity, and there was also the World Youth Assembly that was held yesterday. It was attended by more than 300 young people from 70 countries, and they have expressed over 2 days work. They have created this platform. They have their own partnerships, and they have come up with recommendations. And in our meeting yesterday, we said that they will be taken into account. In addition to this morning's activity, we opened the Road Safety Village, during which we distributed 50,000 helmets for motorcyclists, in particular, in the city of Marrakesh. As you know, Marrakesh is known for the extensive use of motorcycles, and it is this group that is the most vulnerable to road accidents. More than 65% of this category of road users is unfortunately subject to traffic accidents, and therefore we wanted, through that initiative, that is the helmet distribution operation, to draw attention to this aspect, working with the Ministry of Education to sensitize people and to groom people on traffic education, road safety education for the 5 to 15 year category. There is more than 20,000 school children are benefiting from these traffic education workshops. Therefore, this conference aims to achieve concrete results to improve road safety at international level through the exchange of experiences and stronger commitments, international commitments, and also to build on the SDGs in order to improve road safety, and also to adopt the Marrakesh Declaration. We hope that the Moroccan Declaration, which is an expected event, to be the main outcome of this conference, so that all the stakeholders will be committed to implementing that declaration in order to pave the way for a UN General Assembly resolution on this subject. Thank you, Mr. Krug. Thank you to the Director General of NARSA, and thank you to you all for your kind attention.
شكرا معالي الوزير على
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for these opening remarks, through which you have shared with us a number of data information to shed light on the importance of and significance of this global event, which is hosted by Marrakesh. And we now give the floor to Mr. Etienne Krug to take the floor. You have the floor, sir.
Benasser, good afternoon, colleagues. Arabic is not very good.
We'll practice it.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, Our world is facing a number of crises today. Wars, climate change, growing inequalities, and lack of safety on our roads. From all of the crises the world is facing, if there is one that could be solved and that should be solved immediately, it is the lack of safety on our roads. When I say a road safety crisis, I mean that every year 1.2 million people are dying on the world's roads. Since we, human beings, started using the automobile, more than 50 million people have died on the world's roads. And today, the transportation system that we are using every day has become the #1 killer of our young people, children and young adults from 5 to 29. And we accept that every day. We take our cars, we get on the roads, and people are dying or getting injured and sometimes disabled for life. It should not be like that. We have solutions. During the first decade of action for road safety from 2010 to 2020, 45 countries managed to reduce deaths by more than 30%, and of those 45, 10 managed to reduce deaths on the roads by more than 10%. What does that tell us? It tells us that with the right political will, with the good legislation and enforcement, with adaptations of the infrastructure and the vehicles and good trauma care, we can save hundreds of thousands of lives every day, particularly young people. This is why we're here. We are here for a 3-day, 4th Global Ministerial Conference. And as the Minister said, I'm so happy that it is happening in Morocco, in Africa, in the Middle East, because this is where the problem is particularly acute. All countries can do better, but we hope that out of this conference will result a strong political will in all countries, particularly in African countries, to do more. More can be done. We have the solutions. For the next 2 days or 3 days, we will be with about 2,000 participants, more than 100 ministers, as was said, sharing best practices, sharing lessons, and hopefully all will go home committed to accelerate progress. I'll finish with the fact that we have invited governments to come and make pledges, commitments of what they're going to do to accelerate progress. All governments around the world have agreed that by 2030 we should see a 50% reduction in road deaths. This is part of the Sustainable Development Goals. Here in Marrakesh, Minister will come and tell us what they're going to do concretely to accelerate that progress, to achieve that target by 2030. Let me finish by thanking Minister Abdesamad Kayour and his whole team, Benasser, Boulajoul from Narsa and all others, for the fantastic reception Morocco is giving us. Morocco is a country that has made huge progress on road safety. It's not a coincidence we are here in Morocco. It is because a lot of efforts are being done here with some success and because your hospitality is fantastic. So thank you very much for the hospitality to you, of course, His Majesty, the King, and all Moroccans for letting us join you here for a few days. Thank you very much.
شكرا.
Thank you very much, Dr. Etienne Krug, for these kind words that you said about Morocco, the Kingdom of Morocco, and the Moroccan monarch, and the Minister for Transport Logistics. You have given a number of information about the situation as far as road safety is concerned around the world, and you insisted on the motto of the conference and the need to commit to road safety at international level, and this is reflected by the motto we have chosen for this global conference, Commit to Life. Of course, in an event such as this one, we ask questions or wonder about the themes and topics that will be addressed during this scientific conference, and the different activities that will be held, and this is what we shall introduce briefly through the website for the fourth world or the global conference on road safety. You will find the information on the conference. And that is why I will give the floor to Mr. Mohammed Shiboub, who is the head of the digital communication and who has been working with the World Health Organization to come up with this website. So, Sir Mohammed, you have the floor to give us a brief presentation of the different components of that website. Good afternoon to you all. Thank you, distinguished director. The website was developed in order to give specific information on this global events, important global events. This digital platform includes general information, including the objectives, the official delegations attending, and the different information on the events. This platform makes it possible for users to have the latest information on the conference. It includes pictures, articles, latest information on this global conference. And there is also they can directly view the proceedings of this conference, and therefore we call on you to visit that platform, the roadsafetymorocco.com. And there is also an app for mobile phones, and then you can directly follow the proceedings of this major event. Thank you. Thank you, Sir Mohammed. I just would like to add to this that this website includes a list of the participants, the experts attending this conference. There is also the program of the conference and the specific components of the conference and the parallel activities or the side events that are related to this road safety conference. In addition to this, there is the Marrakesh Declaration that is included, and this will be the culmination of this conference, and it will show the involvement and commitment of the international community and the international decision makers regarding road safety, how to manage road safety at international level, especially at African level. That declaration was distributed through the embassies of the Kingdom of Morocco throughout the world, and I would like to commend the major efforts made by our ambassadors in order to mobilize the transport ministers concerned and make sure that they attend this conference, as pointed out by the minister, and also to distribute the Marrakesh Declaration, which has been endorsed by a very large number of countries around the world. There were some proposals to be included in the declaration, and these will be discussed this evening through the ministerial conference that will be held today, and also during the meeting that will endorse and adopt that declaration, and that will happen tomorrow around 12 p.m. And therefore, we have also come up with an app that can be downloaded through App Store and Google Store that that is also mobile compatible, and you can use it to have an idea about the specific contents and the side events, as well as the conferences or the sessions that will be held within this conference. We shall now move on. And I would like to add to this that the website includes a number of videos by officials and the minister, as well as the people and officials in charge of road safety around the world, and that concern what has already taken place in previous global conferences. If there are any questions, we give you now the floor before we close this meeting. If you want to ask any questions to the minister or to myself, please go ahead. If everything is okay, okay, all right.
Assalamu alaikum.
Good afternoon, Nordin Baraka from Medina FM radio station. We wish you every success. We wish this conference every success. I just want to ask a question about the position of Morocco as far as road safety is concerned, that is, at international level, and its participation at international and continental level. We know that our country is a pioneer as far as road safety is concerned. Can we say that Morocco will be building on its own model as far as the national strategy for road safety, and see how it can be used by other countries on the continent as well? Any other question?
Assalamu alaikum.
Good afternoon, Tariq Bashal, a journalist at Med Radio Station. My question is about this cooperation that involves 170 experts from different academic sectors. This experience that you have talked about, and how can we benefit from the experience of all these practitioners, and how can we benefit from the experience of their respective countries? When you talk about different countries, we know that there are partnerships that will be signed between different road safety agencies around the world. So the question is, how can we come up with recommendations that help us arrive at that model for cooperation? Thank you very much for this important question. As I said earlier, first I have to correct something. It's 1,600 experts, and there are a number of them that are already registered on the website, and there are people or experts that in the insurance, reinsurance sector, the automobile industry, everything that is related to safety, road safety, both directly and indirectly, are involved. And all of these people have experience that we can build on. These people are registered on a platform, and a platform that is managed by the World Health Organization. We have to clarify one thing. This committee that works within this WHO platform, and this committee that is itself, this organization which is itself affiliated with the UN system, work every day of the year, and there are a number of outcomes that they come up with. Therefore, your question is how can we translate these experiences and this into concrete results? And therefore, this platform itself is for the sharing of experiences. And there are success stories around the world that we would like to build on, especially countries that are suffering from road crashes. And they have come up with plans and strategies that have led to concrete results. And these success stories will be shared within that space or platform. And the Moroccan experience will also be shared with others. And we'll be talking about the positive and the negative sides. We have no problem with that. The most important thing is how we can reduce the prevalence of road crashes, how to reduce the number of fatalities and the serious injuries that are suffered by road crash victims. Therefore, all of the people who are attending this conference, both at ministerial level and experts, will be looking at these experiences, especially the success stories, and they will be taken into consideration in the Marrakesh Declaration.
So we, as friends of the press, I would just like to give a few explanations, because I've heard saying that the ministry collaborates with a French company. We work with World Health Organization, and they have the address of all the experts and the media. So this is a joint event, and the invitations are also joint invitations between the Secretary General of the WHO and the Minister of Transport and Equipment. So this is an organization that is a joint organization, and so we have sent joint invitations, and according to certain very clear rules, and we have sent those invitations in a joint manner. The World Health Organization also has its own calendar, and we're working within this framework. This is just for clarification's sake. Good morning. This is Walha from Aswat concerning the implementation of these recommendations. How are you going to work for the implementations of these recommendations in the Kingdom of Morocco? This is second question. I would like to take this opportunity to try and learn more about the national strategy, Moroccan strategy. What progress have we made, and how do we work within this framework? Thank you for this question. This is a connection that is connected to the previous questions about the institutional management of road safety. Thank God, Morocco has adopted a strategy to this effect, and we started this at the as soon as 2002, and we have worked within this framework, and we have launched a second strategy, which is now being implemented. We are now assessing the outcomes and the results of this first implementation, and this is we want to renew the projects and the programs that were adopted in the framework of this action plan. I would like to remind you also that road safety in Morocco is under control in Morocco. The number of deaths and casualties is the same as the one that was registered in 2001, knowing that over a period of 25 years, the number of vehicles have been multiplied by 3, and road traffic has been multiplied by more than 3. So what we're saying is that every death is, of course, should be avoided, and through the organization of this event, and thanks to the quality of the experts and the diversity of the experiences that are going to be shared during this conference, we are going to have the opportunity, we need to seize this opportunity for the entities that are in charge of road safety will, of course, try to get inspiration from this event. Road accidents are not something that is unavoidable. We can master this if we have a precise action plan, funding and projects and funding of these projects. This is what we intend to do. This morning, we have the partnership agreement was signed with the city of Marrakesh. Partnership with all the stakeholders comes under this within this framework. We've had 6 to 7 participants who have attended this, who were present for this signature. The idea is to create opportunities to enhance cooperation between the different stakeholders in order to really bring an added value in the field of road safety. Now to go back to what was said, to the question, there is more than 1,700 specialists in road safety who are participating in this conference. There are workshops that are being organized, and so the Moroccan representatives of the health sector, the transport sector, the sector of information and infrastructure, all of these areas, all of these partners are going to benefit, of course, from the outcomes of these workshops that they're going to attend. We will do our best in order to coordinate our efforts to really make progress. Naturally, there is going to be other opportunities that we're going to optimize in order to present more data, more information. The Marrakesh Declaration, concerning the Marrakesh Declaration, there's great stress on the funding, coordination, mobilization of financial resources that are necessary in order to really give all its importance to road safety in emerging countries, developing countries. We're partners of all the countries in the world in order to improve road safety worldwide. We commit to the slogan of this conference. We commit to life. So now, for more information, I would like to share with you that the victims of road accidents, and our organization is affiliated to World Health Organization. There are many families, of course, that were impacted by road crashes and who have family members who had lost their lives in road crashes. I think that each and every one of us, we all have members of our families that have died in work accidents, and this is why I would encourage you to work with them, meet them, visit them in their own village, in the village that has been organized on the side of the conference. So I would encourage you to go and meet with them, because your testimonies and their testimonies are going to amplify those voices that their voices should be heard by all the participants, all the concerned parties, because these are talking here about families that have been going through who have lost dear members and who are impacted by this road accident. So this is another communication channel in order to convey a message, a very important message, to the effect that we all should mobilize, because nobody has been, so we all can be impacted by those accidents. So I would encourage you very much to go and meet with those people who have come from 15 nationalities, and they travel worldwide in order to pass on their message. I would like the journalists to go and meet with them and listen to their testimonies, and I would like to thank you for your attention.